Hello, this is Mark LaRochelle from Productive Computing and Productive Computing University. Thanks for joining us on this video. We wanted to share a preview of a lesson from a certification preparation course that we created in partnership with Claris. This free course will show you how to connect FileMaker to artificial intelligence using large language models. You can take this free course and find certification information at Claris Academy using the link found in the video description. Now, the Claris Academy courses are just the beginning. If you want to explore the Claris platform in far greater depth and take things to the next level, we invite you to consider our training at Productive Computing University. There you'll find courses on all aspects of the platform, including FileMaker Pro, FileMaker Server, Claris Connect, Claris Studio, API integration training, and more, delivered from seasoned professionals with decades of experience in the field. See the links in the description to learn more. And now enjoy a preview from this lesson from the Claris Academy course. In this lesson, we'll continue to work with Generate Response from Model, this time analyzing a PDF using a function called GetTextFromPDF. Continuing with the AI file we've been building, let's add another feature to our file. Let's create a container field, and I'll just call it container. Make sure it's type container. And this will give us a place to store a PDF file. We'll assume that this container will be for the PDF. So I happen to have here a Claris Connect Release Notes PDF, which I just grabbed from the Claris website. It's 6 pages with a variety of updates for Claris Connect. So this is the PDF that I'll associate with this file, and I will just now drag this into the container so we have the PDF ready to go. Now we'll adjust our script. I'll go to Scripts and Script Workspace. So for the Generate Response on Model, we're going to change some things around. First, I want to bring to your attention that I've changed the model for this test. I'm using Command-R7B-12-2024. The reason for that is because this model is a little smaller, so technically speaking, I should get the results back quicker. And I left the previous model here. I just commented it out. So ideally, it should be like this. The model we're going to use here is on top, and then I've commented this out, but I'm keeping it here as a reference so I can go back and forth between models, which oftentimes you'll find you need to do as you experiment between the prompts you use, the models you use to get the desired results. Okay, so now let's adjust the prompt. What we'd like to do is take whatever prompt the user says and combine that with the text from the PDF. So we can do that here in this one script step. So I'll click on the prompt information here, and we'll leave the existing prompt. That's still good. Then I'll combine an ampersand, and we'll put a carriage return here and another ampersand. Then we'll put the container field, but I can't take the container field in its raw format. I need to convert it to text. So we can use a function for that. Get text from PDF. Then we identify which PDF we want to have it get the text from, and that's all there is to it. So what this will do now is it will combine the request from the user joined with the text from the PDF. So a good prompt for this might be summarize the data by listing each new feature on its own line with as few words as possible. So let's have it do that now. And just like that, we have a nice summary from this 6-page PDF with just the individual features as interpreted by the model. Now you'll notice a few things happening. You'll notice that it's putting in 2 asterisks before and after what it thinks is the title or the emphasized text. This is quite common when you get responses like this from an AI model. There's a few ways to handle that. You can leave it as is, or you can add to your prompt. And I can add a small bit of instructions here that says, don't format with any markdown. Now I'll generate that response again. This time I don't get the asterisks. It comes in as plain text. Okay, let me take that back out and submit that again. Now it didn't include the markdown, but you can ask it to include markdown. Format with markdown. Okay, there's the markdown. So it might be nice to handle this formatting on results And because we're working with FileMaker, we have all kinds of power over manipulating the text after we get it back. So I created a custom function here called bold markdown. And this custom function will take some of those markdown symbols and convert them to formatted text so that our results look a little bit more user-friendly and nicely formatted. So we can apply that formatting either in the form of a button or automatically when the response comes back using an auto-enter calc. So I'll choose the auto-enter calc to make it elegant, and there's no real reason to apply a button. So I'll go into Manage Database and go to the response field, double-click it to get into the options, and then have it calculate the value. And I'll put in the word bold, which will bring up the custom function bold markdown. This particular custom function needs two things. It needs to know the text that we're working with. So I'll just say self, since it's the field itself that we want it to analyze. And then the larger font size is the size in points of the font when it becomes bold, if I so choose. So I put 14 here for the size. So I'll push OK, and then I'll be sure to deselect the Do Not Replace Existing Value. That way it updates each and every time. I'll make a quick change here to this, and that should automatically format it with bold in all the right places. Now, our analysis of this PDF doesn't stop at just summarization. You can ask it any question. For example, I could say something like, include all the months that span this range of updates. And now let's see what it does. Now it shows me just a summary of the month range for the updates related to this PDF. I could say, perform a word count on the following information, 1075. I could ask it something that requires a bit of intelligence. Take one new feature from this list and outline a probable use case. So it's identifying the Claris FileMaker connector and a possible use case for that. So you can see how having this embedded in FileMaker, just on this one record, just for this one PDF, is very powerful. In a sense, when you include information in your prompt, you're using the model's existing training, combining it with its intelligence and reasoning skills, but providing it data to focus on that comes from a PDF format, which would otherwise be very difficult to extract and utilize in this way. To recap this lesson, we created a container field in our file. In it, we put a PDF. Then we used a function called GetTextFromPDF and combined that with the existing user text in the prompt. That way the user can query for information contained inside the PDF. Next, we learned that models typically return text with markdown characters included, and we applied a custom function to format the text as bold when markdown was included. If you want to take your knowledge further, consider enrolling in a course or a course bundle at productivecomputinguniversity.com. Details and links are below in the description. Thanks for watching.